it takes sometimes longer to deliver that drug from the stomach to the brain, and the concentration is a little lower and the effects occur a little later. Why is it important? It is important because this is what contributes to the popularity of injection among heroin users. Heroin is a suppressant. If you or somebody takes opioids, they basically, as a pill, they basically will calm you down and put you to sleep. But drug users, when you talk to heroin users, they will tell you that they experience this euphoria, a rush, as a result of taking suppressing drugs, which to some of us may be a conundrum. We may think, how is it possible? Well, it is possible because of these rapid changes in the brain, the change of the chemistry and important neurotransmitting systems in the brain resulting from injection is what causes the euphoria and causes this pleasurable effect of using drugs. So let's take a look very briefly at the brain and try to understand what makes it so difficult for some group of people to stop using drugs like heroin or amphetamine. But looking at the brain as a big structure is also not quite good way of understanding drugs. In order to understanding drugs and behaviors related to drug use, we need to look at the very specific part of the brain, of the synaptic connection, because this is where the entire action happens. In this synaptic connection, again, very briefly, there are neurotransmitters. The function of the brain involves a combination of electrical and chemical transmission of signals. I'm not going to go into details, but one of many neurotransmitters that are involved in this process is called dopamine. This dopamine, as one of neurotransmitters, is sort of continuously released and taken back. This is a normal function of our central nervous system. And we often call this process a dopamine pump. This is normal way of functioning. However, our brain also produces other substances called endorphins, and therefore there are opioid receptors in our brain that can modulate that pump. They can change the characteristics of how this pump operates. And this is how drugs like heroin or all the opioids cause the effects of pleasure, suppression, and all the results that Robert was telling you.